Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be taking a look at Tom Hilton and if he was actually in Tenerife during the time that Jay went missing. So mostly everybody thought that Tom was in Tenerife and had something to do with Jay Slater's disappearance at some point during this case. Let's take a look at Haley Comet's latest post where she talks about Tom.
Okay guys, so one of the things we need to consider was Tom Hilton actually in Tenerife at the time that Jay Slater died? Now there seems to be many different videos, photos, etc., which I'm going to show you in a minute, that would say that he was. Now we know he was on holiday in a different part of Spain at the time when it happened, and he says he never went over to Tenerife. But there are certain footage at the Energy Festival that looks a lot like Tom Hilton. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to play them all here. Have a look at all of them. Have a look at the pictures, the videos, and let me know if you think this is Tom Hilton. I think if you look in the back of some of these, you can actually even see the scar on the back of his head from the attack.
As we are taking a look at these videos, we have to try to identify someone from hard angles and while mostly looking at the back of their head. But Haley is right, and we do need to find out if Tom was actually in Tenerife, as it is a very important part of the case, and it could all link to a revenge attack. While looking at these videos, you can see that there is a resemblance between whoever this could be and Tom, as they both have the same haircut. The head shape also appears to be the same. But the thing I have trouble with is the fact that there is no videos that show his face, and surely Tom would have been in at least one video, unless he knew what the plan was and made sure he wasn't seen. But then again, that would have been very hard to do, because this guy isn't covering his face at all, which isn't the smartest idea, especially if you know something was going to happen. If anything, you probably would have stayed away from NRG and waited until afterwards, instead of being in the crowd raving. Then as it shows you that this person also has a scar on the back of their head, it gives us more of a reason to believe that it's Tom. How many clues do we really need? I have tried to find any picture of Tom where he is showing the back of his head so we can compare the scars, but I can't seem to find one anywhere. It says that Tom's head injury was so serious that his skull was exposed. This does look like a small scar, and Tom's scar could be way bigger than this. But there is also a possibility it could be the same size, as you don't get to see what his scar looks like. You can see that Jay is actually quite close to this person while in NRG. Surely if it was Tom, and he was still planning revenge because there was still bad blood, then something would have happened as soon as Jay saw him. Or did Tom act like it was all over and done with and was around Jay because Brad is one of his good friends and has been for some time? I have checked to see how long it would have taken Tom to get from Magaluf to Tenerife, and it says that it would be around 3 hours and 20 minutes on a plane and anywhere between 1 and 10 hours on a boat. So I think traveling by boat would be the option that Tom would have chose. So it is definitely possible that Tom could have traveled to Tenerife. But you have to think, did this actually happen? It doesn't sound too realistic, as Tom is only 19, and it would be a big risk. Plus the fact it could all go wrong. Tom has been to jail a couple of times though, and I wouldn't rule it out completely. I just think it's a bit of a stretch. Even if he didn't go to Tenerife, allegedly one of his friends was there with Ayub anyway, so there still could be a connection to Tom in this case.
To me, this is really important because the only reason I can think of something happening to Jay Slater is because in retaliation to the attack that happened to Tom Hilton so brutally in the years before that. And we know there were other kind of times when him and Jay kind of butted heads. Now, Tom Hilton did come out obviously during the whole thing and say, look, a boy's missing, like, I don't have any hard feelings. I find that quite hard to believe that a young lad, one with full of pride, who has a big group of friends, was just okay with what happened to him. So have a look at this and let me know what you think. I do want you to put in the comments, like, if I'm wrong, then I will apologise and say I'm wrong. Now, I don't know, like I'm saying in this video, I don't know if this is Tom Hilton, but I think it's something we need to kind of think of because it would explain a lot. Now, what I'm trying to do with these videos is go right back to basics and kind of look at the key players, the things that we know to happen. I'm trying to get it away from all of this madness of Jay's alive in Ireland, that he's coming back one day that his mum Debbie knows about. I'm trying to get away from all of the mafia reports, this strange stuff. I'm trying to take it right back to basics, the stuff we actually do know, and just some of those questions that we always had that are outstanding, trying to answer them now so we can move forward.
So Haley says that she thinks the only reason for something happening to Jay is because of the attack on Tom Hilton back in 2021. Now, I do believe that it could definitely be a valid reason, but there could be so many reasons why something happened to Jay. You have to remember, Jay is in a different country and many things could have gone wrong. I think going back to the start and looking at the basics is the best thing to do because that is where the answers are. But for some reason, I just feel like Brandon has played a big part in this. From the start, I did think Lucy was heavily involved, and after looking at what Haley said about Lucy and Brandon being in the car with Jay, along with Brad before Brad left because he had a weird feeling, makes me think even more that Lucy played a massive part in this as well. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.